And we're back. I believe, Anhaga is up a tree. Marlo is reloading a gun. And then Forland is watching Henri negotiate the terms of a duel with a giant eel.
Would it count as a curse for me to absorb the eel's power?
No.
I would like to curse it to... I would like to give it the curse of mortality.
Yes.
Bring it down to its worshipper's level so it can truly understand Horu.
Alright.
So that is the purpose of this duel.
So,
along with whatever hack and slashes and stuff, I'm also doing the curse move from my playbook.
Yep. I mean, I think you will need to I think you will need to either you will need to poison its blood.
I'm full of bad blood.
Yeah, you'll need to infect its blood with mortality.
Excellent. Let us begin.
Cool.
And unless somebody else wants to, I don't know, throw a blessing around, I mean,
what do you do?
I'm going to charge at it. And I want to get up under it and stab it in the bottom of the head. Because I like stabbing things in the head.
Okay, it's going to grab you bodily with its mouth and tear you asunder.
Those are the outcomes of the hack and slash?
Of a defy danger.
Oh, okay, so I have to defy danger. So I have to get to it past its mouth, okay.
Well, you can't make a hack and slash here, you can't, the outcomes of a hack and slash are not reasonable in this situation, so...
Oh, right.
That's, this is the situation that you had last time, where you're fighting something that, just hitting it with a knife is not going to do it, so... Yep. Alright, yeah. I think you go up, and you pierce its skin with the blade, dodging past its attempt to grab you with its jaws. And yeah, you pull your blade out, and it starts to erode, and the wound simply heals up. Some of the blood it bleeds a bit, but the wound just closes.
Erodes my bone dagger?
It looks like your bone dagger bubbles.
Do I let it eat me to get inside it?
I was going to suggest that.
I mean, ideally, if you can not get bitten, that might be a way, but it might erode you while you're inside it.
I mean, it would prove the point if the point of the duel is to demonstrate that it's mortal, but at the same time, you end up eaten.
I am going to... So seeing that it's clearly quite impervious, Henri is going to pull out a magic eye. So she's got an eyeball in her right hand. In her left hand is her corroding bone dagger. I really hope Heather is okay with this level of body horror.
Go your hardest.
I want to climb up the eel and stab it in the eye and put my eye in it.
Okay. Great. Excellent. The risk here is again that it fucking mauls you to death. Go for it, friend. What do you? Is that strength or is it dexterity? Do you feel, or intelligence?
I'd like to roll intelligence. I think it's intelligence because I've gone there. I'm gonna get you with my brain.
Then do it. Yep, that's fine. So describe this to me as it like wheels and writhes.
So Henri, we've lost Heather.
We
I think she
Heather.
accidentally hung herself up.
That is, well, we will just describe this thing to me while we look weird on the overlay.
I just saw myself fist pumping on the playback. I'm such a douche. So I think seeing the dagger corroding and like the imperviousness, he stands back and like gives the eel angel thing like a sort of, you can have a go now, and to taunt it into lunging at her, and then hands up.
No.
I see what's happening.
The overlay, yeah.
So it's lunging at her, and whether or not it actually bangs into her, I don't know, but she tries to sidestep it, manages to jam the dagger in, and put her eye in while it's like next to her, kind of because it's slow and big.
Yep. All right.
I can see from its perspective, but also my brain is in it because I'm good at stitching things. I don't know what's going to happen.
So you've attacked the giant weird spirit eel and cut out its eye, popped its eye out with a knife, and chucked your tiny human undead-ish eye in. And then it in its rage it tosses you to the ground, but now you can see from its perspective. What's happening up in the trees?
Marlowe watches the first round of this where Henri gets inside its reach for the first time. He's like, I think she's got this. And he takes one last glance around, and I guess his plan is to try to find Jenny and the cat and his pack, because this is where they all are. And I don't want to discern realities again because that's boring. So can I spout lore about kobolds to see where they stash their stuff? Is that a thing? Like where they keep their goods, their captured items, their spoils?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Adventure buddy. You can do that.
4.
I mean, I don't think you need to spout lore. I think you can see I think you see Jenny but I think you see Jenny in like a position of like about to be butchered by kobolds. Like on the far side of the like I think the kobolds have like got Jenny up in like in ropes so that she's in the air, and and I think they've like painted her with some kind of like strange like tribal like strange religious markings. She has dots from her eye all the way down her side. And yeah, you can see that one of them is like staring back towards this fight, seeing what's going on, and has like a huge like ritual like falchion in hand, and like is just ready to like spill the like the blood of sacrifice, because like Jenny's out hanging over the open water. So that when her throat is cut by this kobold, it will like run into the water.
2 things. It looks like our names are mixed up on the screen.
That'll happen. Yep.
Second one is I shoot him in the head, lean against the tree, and line him up in my sights and shoot the one with the blade in the head.
Yep. Excellent. Roll volley.
I am going to spend an ammo.
Sounds good. What's the damage on that?
It's going to be D10 plus 1 because it's class damage.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Oh, he did. His head just goes, like, just fucking pops, and like the falchion like clangs against the bit of board that he's standing on as it falls, and then like spins as it topples into the water. Yeah.
These rifles are like single load, right?
They're single load. Yes, they are loading. So you actually have to like muzzle load them.
Yeah, so this isn't even taking multiple shots. This is just, maybe I only had 3 bullets to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And I rush over there, I guess, straight across this clearing and try to free Jenny.
Yep. Excellent.
Hearing this gunshot is...
I mean, you'll have to climb that tree to free Jenny because she's up in the air. So you can start running across to like the tree. And Hugger?
Yeah, hearing the gunshot, because how can you not hear a gunshot? Is this visible to me? This little scene of... Okay.
You hear the clang, and that tells you like where the thing happened, and you see like the 2 assistant kobolds. So like the one that had the big wooden like ceremonial like tiara, he's fallen down dead, and the 2 that have like I think they just have their face like painted in that same like weird like pale cyan color that the eel is, and they I think they've like just got that like rubbed like on their faces like ritual stuff, and like this is quite close to the center of like where this fight is going on, so I think like the falchion probably lands next to Falland.
That's a cattail, not a hand in a sock on Heather's screen.
So yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? And Hugger, what's the plan?
Well, from my vantage point, I would actually. Are the other 2 kobolds armed?
They both have like a dagger.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I may not have my musket anymore, but I have a lot of arrows, and arrows are quiet. So I will shoot one or both of them.
Cool, yeah, go for it.
I mean, I guess, does it say for volley if you can... Is there some way of targeting multiple people legally within the rules? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you shoot, like, you're shooting at one. That's what happens.
Yeah, there's a move that you can get that lets you pick multiple targets.
Nicely done. Roll your class damage. I mean, let me double check. I'm pretty sure that kills him. Where has it gone? 4 damage, he dead. Yeah, one of them... I think the other one is probably going to turn and, like, run away. Because, like, 2 people have just been shot from nowhere. And, like, kobolds are not brave creatures. So, yeah. They turn and they run.
That's...
Yep. Fallen... A big falchion has fallen down next to you. And Henri has been thrown to the ground after putting her eye in the eel.
What does the falchion appear to be made of?
Like steel.
Gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry. So steel is technically not allowed in this fight.
No.
I thought steel was just not allowed in the contest that's going on, right?
Yes, steel is not allowed in the contest between Henri and the eel.
I should have asked his name. Always ask angels' names.
I mean, given that it was calling us small one, probably big one.
Biggin.
Biggin.
Is it possible for me to attempt to throw the falchion up to Marlowe so he can cut the ropes easier?
Marlowe has a shovel that as he rushes across, he's swapping out his rifle for his bladed shovel. So if you think that he'd use it, he'll take two weapons. It's cool, but he doesn't really need it.
Plus, he'll need to get up the tree to like cut the ropes.
I do want to point out that there's still a whole bunch of kobolds in the tree that I'm in, and they're between me and the ground.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of kobolds in most of the trees.
No, but most of them aren't between me and the ground.
I'm aware. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just making sure we're all aware of the situation.
Can I please make the move Burning Brand and get some fire fists going on?
Yes, you can. Roll that. Cool. What's the 7 to 9 for that?
7 to 9, choose one tag. So hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over to the tree where Anghara's in and just shout up into it, unless you want to be screaming dead, get out of this tree.
To the kobolds?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds like a parley.
Would my fiery fists give me any leverage?
I mean, yes, that's what you're doing. Yep.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to make the parley move if you didn't have leverage. Excellent. So we've established that there are 5 in that tree. One of them is at least one of them is currently looking at you. So I think the others probably are not going to get to do damage to you at the moment. But yeah, they're all going to throw spears at you. So that's a d6. Cool. 5 damage minus your armor.
I would like
Throwing
to
spears.
use my fighting fire with fire move.
Yes, good
Which
job.
is when you take damage and that damage is odd, the flames within you come to your aid. So I will roll a 1d4.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Very nice.
I would like to use that to reduce my damage, please.
Yes, go for it.
Cool.
Henri, the great eel reels up and then just like body slams you, and like just crushes you. Nah.
I'm going to hold onto its whiskers as it reels up, and then flip myself onto the top of its head,
Okay, you better roll that dexterity.
and then I'm going to stab it in the brain.
Okay. I mean, you can get.
What I'm trying to do is I want to stab it in the brain,
Uh-huh.
pull my knife out, and eat some brain. I want to know what it knows.
Yes.
I feel like the more times we make Ash make that face, it's just the more
Exactly.
successful
That's
it
the
can
only
be.
reason I play with Ash is to make it go, ah.
I mean,
Sorry, that was not unkind. I love playing with you.
no, it's good. It's great. I love it. This is excellent. The problem is that it's like, I mean, you have an aneurysm, right? Like the 7 to 9, you can do it. You stab it in the brain. You taste the brain. In doing so, you're going to like be like so flushed with like angelic or like beyond mortal knowledge that your brain is going to like just shut the fuck down.
But do I learn something?
Yes. This is you like this is a stroke. Like, just so you're aware.
Defy danger constitution?
Yes, defy dangerous constitution, because otherwise you're gonna fucking die. Okay, so you don't die. You are left with the repercussions of a stroke. All right, so Henri like stabs in her knife, pulls it out, and there's like ichor and like bits of brain on it, and this thing like reels again, and like she holds onto its whiskers, and like licks the strange brain goo from the immortal eel, and like yeah, suddenly she is like her perspective just expands to include the whole swamp, and then the swamp like just starts like flipping like a Rolex, like a Rolodex, or like a pop-up children's book, as the like swamp shows you its layers and like the time of those layers, and you understand like a very like to a very deep level like the intentions of the swamp, and like I think you like see the moment that the greedy man like asked the fountain for wealth, and you see the water, and you see the first black mold as the water overflows from the fountain, and you see the first black mold, and then the first like vines and reeds and all of these sorts of things, and you just and in like that instant, from that moment forward, you understand this like the swamp from its own perspective, and then you like fall twitching to the ground. At which point the eel like real like steps back, like nudges you aside, and aside, and is like, "I declare myself victor. Stand if you object." At which point, does someone want to save Henri from just fucking drowning in like 2 feet of water while she has a stroke?
Yes. I will turn around and stand and be like, I stand.
Oh, you're going to stand and object and like take the fight on?
Yes, but also attempt to get Henri out of the water.
Okay, sure.
I don't think you have to do both. I think she was offering, but
I'm offering.
Yeah,
I'm offering it out.
Oh.
Like, just
I mean, it does sound like a terrible idea, but I'm just like, I have fire hands and he's mortal now.
No, it's not.
We haven't established that, but you might think that, which is amazing.
Henri did something weird with an eye and shit. I don't even know what's going on here.
So yeah, alright. So, you go to pick up Henri. You said I stand. You go to pick up Henri. At which point the thing grabs you and pulls you in, and just like rips your head off.
Before it does that, I shoot it in the head.
Okay, great, excellent.
The thing, can we stand as a group? As the challenger?
That's not quite how it works, but yeah. But you can shoot in the head, go for it.
And to clarify, I'm treating it as defenseless or surprised at range for
Yes,
this?
I think that's appropriate.
There we go.
I mean, yeah. What is the effect on... They can, yeah, so like, yeah, it can do nothing but drool for a few moments. Right, okay. I mean, yeah, that seems reasonable. Don't bother rolling
You
damage.
get the shot right down where it was stabbed in the head.
Yeah.
It's got this nice lead
I think
lodged
the-
in its brain.
Like, I'm gonna reinterpret stand and drool for a few moments. It's just gonna arrive, right? And, like, let out a horrible screeching noise. You know, the traditional.
Which makes it look mortal. I don't know.
feel
I
like
interpret it
it's
as looking mortal.
Mm-hmm.
I also think it's funny that the only people who know that it was Haga shooting this were the kobolds in the tree. All the other kobolds think that this was something Henri did, right?
Yep.
Or something that Forlan did.
Yeah.
Fallen, you pick Henri up out of the water. She is breathing, like she's exhaling the water that she inhaled.
And that's a good start.
You've got a moment while this thing is angry that like it's been attacked from outside the fight.
I'll drag Henri back to the shore and be like, can we kill it?
She goes,
No, we're not making jokes about this.
I guess she will laugh to herself, laugh to anyone that's around, and be like, no!
I laugh because it's absurd.
Yeah.
I'm still going to way back into the fight when I'm able.
I mean, you can't walk.
At all?
Nope.
Great.
Like, yeah, you're like your control of your arms is shaky. Your below that, I think, is like non-functional currently.
Take all the abilities.
Well, this is disability, right? Like that's a different thing again.
Oh, yeah.
We have mechanics for that.
What is it the Black Panther says when he comes back and yells at Kills a lot? Killmonger?
I did not seed, and as you can see, I am not dead.
Yes, that one.
Is that what you say?
That's what I yell at the eel after it's done with the rolling.
Fuck.
Say it.
It says very well, come and strike me, small one.
Can I request that I forgot. Fallen carry me over to the eel.
I mean, you can request it. It doesn't mean they'll do it.
Yeah, what does this conversation look like in character? Like, what do you say?
Henri, clearly maddened on Elder being brain goo, is like, drive me closer, I want to hit it with my sword.
That didn't seem to do much.
It will, I have ideas. I'm gonna get it.
You just said we can't kill it.
Put me in its mouth.
That seems like a terrible idea.
It knows the swamp, I need to know the swamp.
Going off from that, Fallen's just gonna stand up, turn around, and face the eel with their fiery hands. And I would like to posit that this particular swamp has a array of swamp gases coming out of its surface from around the area, as many swamps apparently do, given my very brief research. And so you know this swamp. I'm addressing the eel.
Yeah, okay, so you say like you know this swamp.
Yeah.
It's just like it says it says I think it just replies with I am this swamp.
And what would happen if I were to set fire to this entire swamp?
It laughs and yeah. Salamander, you could do no such thing.
I mean, I feel like that's just an invitation to give it a red hot go.
Do it.
Red hot go.
What on earth would I roll for that?
Tell me what you do in the fiction. Don't think about moves. Don't think about
Okay.
rolls. You got to tell me what you do.
I would like to go to the nearest kind of eddying of the air and stick one of my fire hands into it.
Cool. And what do you want to happen?
There'd be a massive gout of flame that starts spreading across the surface of the water.
Cool. Now you're technically in the challenge, so it's
result
just
in
good.
bad things. Pardon?
You're still technically in the challenge. You've put yourself forward as like the replacement fighter. So I think the answer is that like if you don't manage to succeed this, I think it's just going to like I don't know, probably just like slam down and like pin you under the water.
It sounds like something it would definitely try to do.
Yeah. So go for it. That sounds like intelligence.
Why would you do that to me?
Because you're defying it with like quick thinking. All right, yeah. I mean, it works. I mean, it's going to work. It's not going to be. Options. If you set it on fire, it's going to fucking explode, and you're going to get fucking exploded.
Is it the eel or is it the swamp?
The jet of this particular jet of
Okay.
fire. I'm not sure that it's going to set the entire swamp on fire, but gosh darn, it's going to be impressive.
Can I hesitate next to it and be like, would you? How many of your followers would you risk to that knowledge?
That sounds like a parlay. What do you want it to do?
I would like it to let us leave,
Sure, cool.
preferably with Jenny and the cat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so the promise that like the threat is that you will kill a bunch of kobolds with like a big explosion. I think it's going to call your bluff. You're not going to do that. You'll hurt yourself.
And in doing so, I will return to the earth as horror demands,
All right. So
and
yeah.
maybe rewards.
So yeah, take a D10 as like you erupt this section of the the swamp in flame.
This will be fun.
Hmm.
Oh, good.
Nicely done. Well, well done. You take the full D10 damage. As you probably kill some kobolds. So, I think Marlo, you're like up the tree at this point. There are 3 kobolds in this tree. One of which is, all of which I think are like backed away into a corner, being like, "Oh fuck, shit's going down." Like, yeah, they're not happy about this.
I don't think I climbed the tree at all. I think Marlo is... Because Jenny is hanging from this tree, right?
Yes.
Maybe a foot or 2 off the ground.
No, like 15 feet off the ground.
How were they standing next to her threatening to cut her then?
Because they're in the treehouse.
So there's a treehouse like next to Jenny and she's hanging down from above next to this treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to take out my shovel with the serrated edge and cut this whole tree down and get Jenny down safely as it falls.
You're not going to be able to do that in like less than like a while.
What if I have Ben Bars lift gates?
Yeah, roll it. Fuck
Yes,
off.
I will. It doesn't take a very long time. Nothing of value is damaged, and it doesn't make an inordinate amount of noise, of course.
Yep.
Just sawing away, and the tree kind of tips down. He's doing structural damage, so it tips down, and Jenny kind of just touches the ground, and
so yeah,
goes over.
this tree like creaks horribly as you yell. Like, I think rather than cutting away at the trunk, you can like cut away at the base of like the bough that she's hanging out on.
Well, I want the kobolds to fall with this tree too, though.
Okay. All right. Let's go with it falls through the thing that they're like standing on, right? Like,
Can it land on the eel?
No, it doesn't. But yeah, Jenny falls down with with a bray. And Haga, you are being mauled by a cat.
A normal-sized cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
A serval, a recognizable cat.
A serval, yeah, one you recognize.
Familiar, normal.
I mean,
Okay.
mauled is a big term. It's just trying to eat you.
Well, it's not going to succeed because I'm very big compared to it, so that's okay. I'll try to grab it and just hold it at arm's length.
That sounds like defy danger with strength.
I mean, what's the danger I'm defying?
Fair. You grab it. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
No. Yeah.
And I would like to descend. I'd like to descend the tree as well.
Without being spotted?
Without being intercepted. I don't really mind being spotted as long as I'm not overly held up on the way.
I have an idea, which is you grab this cat and throw it out of the tree because it's going to land on its feet, and then jump down the other way.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give you a +1
I dropped
forward
the
for
cat.
that. I'll give you a +1 forward for that. Easily.
Oh, and what am I actually doing?
Sounds
or
like
rolling?
you're defying the danger with dexterity. The danger being that the kobolds try and recapture their prisoner. I mean, yeah, you make it down, but like, so you can make it down and be unintercepted, but like they're going to spot you and throw spears at you.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Yeah. So there is 1d6 plus 4 spears coming at you.
And should I just take that as damage?
That is damage unless you have a way that you're avoiding it, but it is like kind of the cost of. the existing
Well-
defy.
Actually, since I have a hand free since I dropped the cat, I'll just grab a kobold and bring a kobold with me to catch the spears for me.
Cool. That sounds like quick thinking.
Or strength?
No, that's quick thinking, I think.
So what? If I edge her with then?
Yeah, it's intelligence. Yeah, I mean, what's the ugly choice here?
Take damage from just one kobold?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So you can, yeah,
Oh yeah, because I did grab the one on the way. Yeah.
yeah. So take the take the d6. Yep, that's smaller than it would have been. Cool, excellent. Everyone is on the ground. Someone is exploded. I think the eel, like, yes, Henri?
Can healing potions heal disabilities?
No.
They can heal debilities.
Yes.
I don't suppose I could use Zuko style in between setting it on fire and getting exploited? Something.
What does Zuko style mean in this situation?
When you bend a flame to your will, roll plus wisdom. 10 plus it does as you command. On a 7 to 9, the effect is short-lived, lasting only a moment.
I mean, yes.
Okay. I would like to attempt that.
What do you want it to do?
Yeah, what do you want it to do? What do
That
you
would
want?
be good. I would like it to, instead of coming towards me, go towards the eel and wrap it up with fire.
Cool. Roll d10. Nice. Excellent. So, I mean, yeah, you took the damage earlier, but you're also then bending it towards this thing. I mean, it's singed by this.
I mean, given that my max health is 6, and I took 10 damage, should I assume none of that just happened because I'm totally dead?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Please roll 2d6 plus 0.
Right.
You only have 10 HP?
Only has 6.
I only have 6.
How do you only have 6?
You have, yeah, it's plus your full constitution, not your
Not
constitution
your con
modifier.
score.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was my constitution modifier.
No.
Gotcha.
Everyone thinks that.
If it has STR or CON or CHA, it means the modifier. If it has the word constitution, the word strength, etc., then it means the whole thing.
In that case, one moment.
That's right.
Henri would like. I think I'm either going to win this or Henri's going to die. Henri can't leave this now that she's tasted the wisdom. And
I'm
also-
still alive. Sorry, just quickly.
Yep.
Still got-
yeah.
8 health points.
Great, excellent. Yeah, and it's like singed and like cooked slightly on the outside, and yeah, it like reels in like rage, splashing like the water, trying to put itself out, and yeah, and making this horrible screeching noise. Henri?
Henri's going to crawl towards it as best she can.
Mm-hmm.
And
I intercept her and we can run away. Like, just drag her off towards the donkey and flee.
I guess so.
Yeah, if you can get
I mean,
I
that's
will
your
let
choice.
this happen.
Yeah, sure. All right. In which case, I don't think you need to roll, but I think you can make your way. Like everyone's on the ground. You can just run the fuck away.
Marlowe needs his pack with his body in it. Is that in the house that fell down, or
I mean, you can spend time discerning realities to see this.
I would like to do that.
Yeah.
Does this still count as a battle?
This is still a battle, yes.
Cool. So I'm going to add one more to this result. So it's still a 9. What here is useful or valuable to me?
I mean, I think...
I kind of want this to include other stuff in the house that fell down as well.
I think that your pack is in the house, but it's in like a bit where you'll have to like... Yeah, no, I think you can find it in amongst the house, but it's going to take you like longer than it takes this eel to recover.
Can I just take my shovel and smash this house to pieces and pick up whatever I find?
So that might not include your pack.
Oh, if I do it chaotically like this, it's not going to be as directed.
Finding your pack is going to take some time.
Yeah. I need that. That's my body. I'll stay here and dig through the house then, I guess.
Sure. All right.
Jenny's upright on the ground, I suppose, just outside this house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, what's everyone else doing? Because, like, it sounds like Henri and Fallen are like running-ish, but like, but Marlowe is like staying behind in this like falling down house, looking for.
Is it falling or already fallen?
Fallen down
Okay.
house, like tree house that is like a mess of like bits of car door and like pallets and like wicker fence, and he's like searching through the stuff, being like, I'm so sure I saw my body or my pack. So yeah.
I mean, I'm more dragging Henri to Jenny to kind of try to put her on Jenny in order to make
I think
fleeing
you've
a
done
bit
that.
more
I think you've done that. At this point,
Has Henri said anything?
yeah,
to me
Henri, what
about,
was?
Hey, don't flee.
She's just ranting and raving about wisdom and swamp and kill it and yeah, you do what you wish for now. I think she's had a moment of shining glory.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, it's like going to recover any minute now, or at least recover its senses quicker than Marlowe is going to find his pack.
How far is this eel from the house that I'm in?
The house was like one of the trees that was quite near the eel.
Oh, I just kind of thought it was across the clearing. Okay.
No, because remember that the house is in the tree that they were doing the sacrifice from, and the
that
sacrifice had to be
before.
to where the eel is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're like what, like 20 feet away from the eel?
Sounds good. Do I find this or does something happen first? Actually, no. Here's how I'll play. I find it. We get this shot of Marlowe reaching out to grab his own hand sticking out of the rubble,
Yes.
and he pulls it and then digs out the rest of the pack there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. At which point I think has everyone else left by this point?
No. Hug is staying.
Okay, and Hugger gets pulled, gets crushed by a giant eel that is like thrashing about.
If she's standing still, she is not visible to enemies, though.
If she's standing still
It's just
in...
flailing.
In a natural environment.
Yeah, alright, fair. Okay, so yeah, if she's standing still, then yeah, if the other two have left with Jenny, then yes, you can 100% just like sneaky deaky stalker, just like hang about and grab this stuff.
Yeah, what I would like
legit.
to do, what I would specifically like to do is stay somewhere in the vicinity of Marlowe, since we did sort of have a conversation earlier where he kind of accused the rest of us of leaving him behind.
Yeah,
And
right,
I don't
yeah.
want to let that happen again.
Yep.
So I'm going to stay somewhere close to him, and if anything seems like it's going to interfere with what he's doing, then I'll interfere with that.
Yeah, I mean, well, outside then you hear the eel be like, "Find them," and like you hear the sound of like of Jenny and the others like sploshing through the water, and like the sounds of, and I think you see outside like kobolds like mobilizing.
And Anhaga says to Marlowe, have you found what you were looking for? It's
Are you in the house with me here?
Yes.
You were able to
Oh
get
yeah, I'm very close.
Okay, cool. Ash, is there anything else in this house that I found while searching through the rubble here?
Yes.
Anything of value?
Yep. Roll me a d6 plus 2.
Also, incidentally, did you find the other musket?
That'll be let's see what this is, and I will be able to tell you from there. Monsters. 4. I mean, that's okay. Yeah, that is literally makes sense for that to be the musket. So if you want it to be that, it can be that.
Is it like an artifact or something like that?
It's an item worth 2d10 like coins. So like it's pretty much bang on the musket anyway. So
Perfect.
yeah, I'm happy for it to be that.
So, to get out of here, I would like to.
I think, and also like some like clothes from someone who was like dressed quite like fancily as well are in this pile as well.
Do those have any weight?
Probably weight 1.
I can't take those. How good you want? Okay. I want a scene of Marlowe reaching into his bag of adventuring gear and pulling out the shittiest possible dried smoked fish, not suited for human consumption, and using it to lure the cat over to distract the kobolds while we sneak out.
That's defy danger with intelligence. Definitely. Nicely done. I mean, you make it. The cat, you don't see where the cat goes.
I will aid by keeping a close eye on this animal as well. Losing animals is something that I'm strongly motivated to not let happen.
Cool. Yeah, roll wisdom. All right, yeah. I mean, you just see one of the kobolds, like the one of the kobolds gets distracted by the cat, grabs it, and runs off. So that's
I shoot it in the leg.
the kobold.
Yep, the kobold, not the cat.
Volley. Roll your volley. Actually, let's take a break because we're overdue, and we'll come back in a minute for like cat kobold battle, whatever that looks like. All right, back soon.